Hello everyone and welcome back to the Liv Stitches knitting and crochet and general crafting podcast. My name is Liv and I live in the East Midlands of England with my husband and two young children. And I knit and crochet, cross stitch when I have time, and generally love to do a lot of crafty things. So it has been a hot minute since I posted, and I feel like I say this at the start of every video that I upload at the moment, but I seriously underestimated how much time two children who are 3 and under and a job and just general life would take up. So my knitting has taken a bit of a backseat over the last few months, but I'm hoping that I can start getting into a bit more of a routine with the crafting, especially now my eldest is due to start school in September, which is crazy to me, but there we are. Yeah, so I don't really know how much of what I'm going to show you is new stuff that you haven't seen before, unless you're a brand new viewer, in which case you haven't seen any of it. So great. But before I get into showing you everything, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit today. I know the camera angle is not great. You're currently propped up on some pillows on my bed. I know my hair is also looking rather crazy. It's good old postpartum hair for you. And it's been a long time since I've done this. So it might not be as neat and aesthetic as some other podcasters. Trying to think of where to start. I guess I will start with things I have finished somewhat recently. Now I know there are a few other things that I've finished since I last did a video, but I can't find them. So I know there are more sock projects that I've finished, and a sock project that I'm actually working on, and I still don't know where that one is. So when I find them, I'll show you. But for now, I just have a few things. So I think my first finish of the year were these socks. I only have one, because again, I don't know where the other one's gone. It's probably still in the laundry somewhere. But this is a plain vanilla sock with my hair on it, made out of West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. So the rainbow is their Rum Paradise colourway, and the grey is West Yorkshire Spinners Dusty Miller, I believe. So this is just a plain vanilla sock, 60 stitches that I did on my 9-inch Chalgoose. Short circular needles are my favourite way to do socks. I do sometimes do socks on DPNs, as you'll see in a little bit, but for the most part, I like to use short circulars for any small circumference knitting. But yeah, really happy with how these socks came out. You will see this yarn again shortly, because I had a bunch left over. For me, the size socks that I make, I can get roughly 2 pairs out of a 100-gram ball. Obviously I used contrasting for the heel, toes and cuffs, which makes the difference. But yeah, I can get roughly 2 pairs. I think out of 50 gram, I think it takes something like 38 grams of yarn for me. I tend to do 44 rows, between 40 and 44 rows in the leg, and then after my gusset decreases I do 48, and then the toe is just a standard wedge toe, apart from I make mine slightly longer. So I, instead of doing my decreases every other row for the first, oh gosh, so many rows anyway, I do a decrease, then 2 rounds of knitting. I just find I need like a smidgen extra length on the toes, but I don't want it in the foot because I like my contrast section to actually cover over my toes, like start where my toes start, I suppose. So I just make them a little bit longer, and I find it's more comfortable on my big toe in particular. Yeah, really happy with these. Lovely socks, really lovely and bright, perfect for the summer. It's just really cute. The second pair that are finished, ends are woven in, just not trimmed. So we'll tuck those inside. These were my Christmas socks that I started actually in Christmas and July last year. But yeah, Christmas socks. These are the Fairy Lights colourway from Coastal Creative Links. I think it's Coastal Creative Links. This was their sock set, so it came with a 50-gram of the mane, which is like a creamy base with loads of different speckles. Light's blowing it out a bit, but it's very vibrant in person. And then obviously the red. And then I believe in here, yeah, so that's how much I had left over from a 50-gram skein of the mane. Don't think I've got the red in this bag, but I had a little itty bit of the, maybe 4 or 5 grams of the red left. So yeah, I had a good amount left over. I think it's maybe 10 grams there. So lovely yarn, lovely dyer, who is somewhat local to me, a couple of towns over. I have quite a few of her sock sets. So you'll see this dyer come back again and again. Her yarn is really affordable as well. I have, since starting my job, I have started purchasing more hand-dyed yarn. And for anyone who buys hand-dyed yarn, you'll know that the price can vary, but tends to stick around about £20 in my experience, about £20 give or take for a 100-gram skein. And I believe she sells her 50-gram sock set, so 50 grams of a main and 20 grams of a mini, for £13, £14. So very, very reasonable, beautiful yarn that washes really well. Lovely colourways, and highly recommend. I bought through her Etsy shop, but I believe she does have a website as well. So I'll link things in the description box for you if you fancy checking her out. But yeah, rainbow fairy light socks. And then the last finished object that I can actually find, because I'm sure there are more socks, is my Tolster tee. Now the colour of this is definitely not going to show up accurately, because I just find green to be one of those colours it's really hard to get to show up. But this is, I wore it yesterday, so it's a little bit crinkled. This is my Tolster tee, and I made it out of Drops Saffron. Just seeing if I can find another green that might. No, it's more of an appley green. It's not this muted sagey green at all. I don't know if I can. No. Yeah, really pretty green. Tolster tee. Right, this was on my needles for ages. I don't know whether it was because I started it and then the seasons changed and I just didn't feel like working on it again. But for some reason it just took forever. I'm also not super happy with the fit. I think I could have done a smaller size. I'm pretty sure I knit the 4th size, and yeah, it's just really big on me. I don't have any pictures of me wearing it, annoyingly, because again, I wasn't happy with the fit, so I didn't take any pictures. But yeah, so I think I could have done with a smaller size, and I did make the body longer, because in the pattern it's originally meant to be cropped, and I don't wear a lot of cropped things after having 2 babies. I really wish I could wear nice high-waisted jeans in a cropped a slightly more cropped t-shirt, but we're just not quite at that stage yet. I just don't feel very comfortable in it, and I'm very jealous of all of those people who do, because it looks so cute and so nice on everybody, but I can't do it myself yet. Yeah, so I think I probably will make more Tolster tops. I definitely want to try the Tolster tank pattern as well. I have that. I've got some yarn that I think I want to use for it. But yeah, other than it not fitting how I want and it taking me an absolute age to do, it was a really enjoyable pattern. Yeah, and the only other thing is, for some reason, okay, right here, where is it? Right here, there's a weird little bump from where I changed a ball of yarn, and I don't know why it's done that, just there, because you can't see the changes anywhere else, just there, and unfortunately that sits right over one of my boobs, so kind of draws the eye, which if that's what you're going for, you crack on. But yeah, it wasn't, my hair wasn't what I was planning. But yeah, so that's that. I think that is all I have for finished objects, which is annoying me because, like I say, I know there are more, I just don't know where they are. So I guess we will move on to whips, because that's all I really have now. We'll start with socks. So in this, oh, my knitting needle's poking through. Oh dear. This is a bag that I got off Temu. It's just got like a Luna moth on it. It's really cute. Again, more green in person. In here is a sock project that was a gift. The yarn was a gift from one of my friends for Christmas. So this is, oh, it's caught on a stitch marker. The King Cole Zigzag colourway in Butterfly. So it's really, again, the green that's in it is a vibrant green. It's sort of losing it on here. Yeah, it's coming out blue. Limit Android phones, just can't get them to do the work these days. But yeah, Butterfly. These are being knit on 9-inch Chow Goose, and I'm just ready to do the heel flap. I really wish I could show you the green. Oh, kind of. No. Yeah, really, really beautiful yarn. It's not quite, well, it's striping, kind of. I don't know what you'd call it. Really pretty, really nice. This was one of the projects I was taking to my weekly knit night, but I don't like doing the heel flap when I'm there because everyone's chatting and it's a wonderful atmosphere, and I just find it, I have to do too much counting and then I end up ignoring people, and that's not great social skills. So I need to get the heel flap done and probably my gusset decreases, and then it can go back to craft club. Oh, and in this bag I have one of these little tins. This one's got plants on it that I bought from Amazon, that I have just got a darning needle and some like silicone bead needle stoppers and a bunch of stitch markers in, because I was sick of having to go up and down the stairs all the time when I have little ones that are downstairs with me trying to grab stuff. So now I've started, definitely not for all projects, but I've started putting these little tins in. I'm sure that's something people have been doing for donkey's years. It's definitely not my idea. I didn't come up with it, but I wish I did it sooner. It does mean all my bags jingle now though. Right, squeeze that back in there. Oh, another sock project. So these are, do I have one? Oh, that's where they went. Sidetracking, found another finished pair of socks. So these are the ends woven. Ooh. think so. Again, woven but not trimmed because these haven't been blocked yet. These are another pair of the Coastal Creative Links sock sets, and I think this one was called Highland Heather. So it's like a really deep, rich aubergine or eggplant purple, which is showing up a bit sort of redder than it is in person, and this beautiful speckled main yarn, which is purples and blues and greens. But again, you're probably not gonna see any of that. Definitely not in the right colours anyway. I have 2 of these. I have both of them in my hands. Yeah, just another really beautiful set. I don't know if my leftover yarn is in here as well. That would be... No, it's not. But yes, another pair of socks. You can kind of see, at least with her speckled yarns, they are different even in themselves. This one's very heavily speckled, whereas this one is less so. But the quality is just beautiful. So, excellent. Well pleased I found those. Oh, okay. So I'm not as far on with these as I thought. I thought I had the second sock started. I don't. This one's not even quite finished. Anyway, stop rambling, Liv. These are the Arthur to Ben socks by Cat Knight, who is... Does she have a different name on Ravelry? I don't see it on the pattern, but Cat Knight, the Arthur to Ben socks, and these are helical socks. So I'm trying. That's how they're looking. I literally just have to garter stitch up my toe. I don't know why I put it away without doing that, but there we go. And these are made out of the same yarns that this sock was made out of. So they look very different. See, the stripe on this sock are a lot bigger than on these socks. So yeah, same West Yorkshire Spinners Rum Paradise, which looks so pretty caked up, and Dusty Miller. Pretty sure. What band is this from? Yeah, Rum Paradise. So these socks I am knitting on DPNs because that's what the pattern calls for, because of the construction and how you do the helical knitting. DPNs. So I'm using the Knit Pro Zings in a 2.25 millimeter. I don't think I said that. I knit all of my socks on 2.25 millimeter needles. Really happy with it. Yeah, it's different. It definitely takes a lot longer to knit these than it does, because I think it takes me longer to knit on DPNs. Plus you're knitting with 2 yarns at once, and your rounds are a little bit, you're sort of knitting 2 rounds at the same time, but I don't really know how to explain it without giving away the pattern details, and I'm not about to do that. But yeah, the sock definitely needs a block. It's been scrunkled up in my project bag. But yeah, very happy. So I've got everything in here to start the second sock. My DPN cozy and the yarn and the pattern, but I haven't cast it on, so good job, Liv. These are just in a project bag that I made myself. I'll show you. Obviously the DPN cozy matches, so it's just got pink flowers on it, grey lace with raindrops, and a handle here, just a drawstring bag. I used a pattern. It was a YouTube video from In a Pickle Knitting, I believe. She's got a couple of project bag patterns. She's got a drawstring one and a 3 zipper one. So there's a zipper here, a zipper on the top, and one on the inside, which are lovely bags, but quite a bit more effort, and I don't always have 3 zips. But yeah. So I'm going to save that one for last. So I guess we'll move on to blankets. So this blanket, I've been working on for a really long time, since I was pregnant with my youngest, who's going to be 2 in August. So quite some time, and I haven't actually got that much progress to show you on it. But this is the Giant Granny Patches blanket by Sandra Poole of Cherry Heart, I believe. Apart from, I'm doing it slightly differently. So I've bought all of the colours that she has used, that are called for colours in the blanket, because I loved how it looked. But I didn't want to do little granny squares. So I am doing join as you go, corner to corner crochet. It's going to be kind of hard to show you this because the layout that she gives you is 2 sheets of paper that would sit side by side. So I was planning on working down one half of the blanket and then joining on the second half. Apart from, I wanted to see how wide this blanket was going to be. Because I believe I'm using a different size hook. I think I'm using a 3mm. I can't actually remember what she calls for. But this is 1/2. Really pretty. This dark red actually is a different one to what she called for. It's like I think it's called Cabernet or something. I'm pretty sure she used maybe lipstick, and I couldn't buy any of that. It was out of stock. I think that's the only one I changed though. But yes, that's 1/2, and then the second half, got 3 rows done. So it's sort of my arm span wide. Yeah, slightly longer. It's quite difficult to hold that up. I really love how it looks. I really love the sort of scrappiness of it, but it's also fairly cohesive. I think there are 17 colours in total. But yeah, slow progress because I have to sort of have all of the balls of yarn with me at one time because I'm doing one square and then obviously finding the next colour and blah blah blah. So it takes a bit of work, but I'm really liking it, and I'm being actually pretty good about weaving in my ends as we go. So this is the wrong side, no ends over here, and then the ends that you can see on here are just from this top row. So I think I win points for that. Not sure who's keeping track of the points, but if they could add some more to my tally, that would be great. And this stitch marker here is just marking the right side for me so that I don't get things the wrong way around. So that is that blanket. Ooh. Okay, we'll go stitch crochet blankets for a second. So again, this is a blanket that has been on a work in progress for a very long time as well. And this is just a giant, there's my hook. A giant corner to corner crochet in cream. This is just made out of, oh, I didn't say all the yarn in this blanket is Stylecraft Special DK. And this blanket is also in Stylecraft Special DK in just the cream. So it's pretty, let's try and find the long side. Again, about my arm span, pretty big. I'm not sure how many balls of yarn it's taken off the top of my head at the moment, but I am on the final corner now. So I am decreasing, oh gosh, decreasing here to finish this final edge. So it's getting there. I'm using a 4.5mm hook for this one. And yeah, just happy with it. It's just one of those nice mindless kind of projects that you can stick a movie on and pootle along with. But I started making this. This is a blanket for my husband, and I started making it because last winter, well, not this winter, just gone, the winter before, I'd made a scrappy corner to corner blanket, and I was using it on the sofa whilst one evening we were watching something, and then he went and grabbed one of the baby-sized crochet blankets that I made, and he's huddling under it. So I just thought, oh, I'll have to make you your own blanket, won't I? So he's been very patient and waiting for that, because I am not a fast crocheter, that's for sure. So yeah, he'll probably get that by this winter. We're assuming, no guarantees. So this next project is, I feel like everybody and their mum's dog is making this. This is a scrappy mitered corner blanket that I am making out of commercial sock yarn. Some of the yarns in this blanket are from socks that I have made over the years, and some are yarns from a advent swap that me and one of my friends who is also making one of these blankets do. And some are scraps that other friends have given me from their various projects. So I started down here with this square. These ones are made out of Magic Knot Ball yarns, which are some of the scraps from other squares, just to try and use them up. And then moving along. Haven't finished this strip yet. I still have 2 more to do, and then those ends to weave in. But I think I'm nearly at the width that I want. So just a couple more, I think. At the moment I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 squares wide. And I think I want to take it either to 16 or 18. I'm not too sure yet. I am knitting this using 2.75mm Knit Pro Zing DPNs. I like these. These are the short ones. I like these for this project. And then, I have a tangle of yarn. But in this bag, I basically just have, see if I can grab some small balls of yarn. And I'm trying not to be too picky about the order in which the yarns go in. I'm just trying to have sort of not loads of the same colour right next to each other, which I feel like happened quite well on this side. But on this half, I don't know, it is still quite different. I've got a couple pinks and a couple blues together. But yeah, it would appear that me and my friends all knit with very similar colours. So yeah, I'm not sure how long I'll be able to keep that up for, but that's okay. We're just not worrying about it. And this basket that you can see here there are some smaller balls in it, but there's bigger scraps in here of different yarns. Some that I've been given, some that I already had, that will eventually, really pretty teal, will eventually make their way into the blanket as well. These are sort of the scraps that aren't quite enough for a pair of socks, or scraps that I didn't have a coordinating yarn for. So scrappy blankets. So we're going to divert slightly now from whips, but this scrappy blanket project has triggered an idea for doing another scrappy blanket project. So I acquired a bunch of mini skeins. I purchased a bunch of mini skeins from Coastal Creative Links. I'm pretty sure that is her name. These aren't all of them. I have some more. And then I also have, like you saw earlier, the leftovers from some of my hand-dyed socks. Oh, here's one that I already balled up. It's also from the set. These are 5-gram minis, 10 gram minis. I think these are 10 grams. They're all so pretty, but I don't have any that sort of go together to make scrappy socks that, well, they could make scrappy socks, but I don't have any colours that I sort of want to put together. But I love them all individually. So what I'm thinking is making a scrappy mitered square blanket, but alternating with Drops Nord in the colour 01, which is sort of like a creamy off-white. So it'd almost be like a Battenberg blanket, but knitted mitered squares. So that, I think I might do that. I did start thinking I'll do socks, but I changed my mind, basically. I think I'm going to do that. I've got more mini skeins. I've bought some mini skeins recently from Mouse's Makes. She has a podcast. Amanda, can't remember what she goes by, but Mouse's Makes. She has a Ko-fi shop and she sells beautiful hand-dyed yarn. So I've recently been purchasing some of her mystery mini skeins. May have also been purchasing her mystery full skein, but we just won't talk about that because I meant to not be buying too much yarn at the moment. Who am I kidding? I'm buying the yarn. But yes, so I think I might have to start another blanket, but still scrappy, less scrappy, pretty. I just need to work out if I have enough to make a good sized blanket or not. Okay, so then the final thing that I'm working on, which is very exciting for me anyway. This is the start of my first ever attempt at a sweater design. No, actually, my first ever attempt at designing anything, really, other than working out my own numbers for knitting a sock. Yeah, not much to show you at the moment. This is out of the Yarn Smith's merino sock. This is a grey heather. It's a light grey, slight variation to it, more of my hair. And this is just the back yoke of a drop shoulder sweater. So not a whole bunch to see. And if you can see, oh yeah, you can see the sort of variation in the tones. Tonal, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about, but pretty. Don't mind this blip here. I've ripped out this yarn and reknitted it without washing it, so some of it's a little bit kinky. Beautiful yarn, really lovely and soft. I will give more details at a later point, probably, if I get anywhere with this design on needle sizes and everything. But I, a couple of months ago, signed up to do the Sister Mountains Sweater Design School course. It took me a long time to decide whether I was going to do it or not because it is not cheap. I think I paid, it was nearly £600 to do it. I'm still doing it, I'm not finished. If it's something people are interested in, I can do a whole video talking about it, or maybe doing a sort of project vlog filming the process of it. But what was I going to say? Can't remember. Anyway, I'm doing it. There's a lot of information in that course. Some things I wish she had in the course that she doesn't, that I need to try and find the information elsewhere. But I'm doing it and I'm very excited. I just wish my tiny humans would let me have a bit more time to do it. But yes, I'm at the stage now where I'm sort of sample knitting, giving it a bash. Yeah, like I say, it's not much to show you at the moment, but hopefully I will at some point have some more exciting things to show you. I would really like to reach a point when it comes to designing where it doesn't stress me out, and two, where I have a variety of things under my belt. I'd really love to design socks, maybe colour work, but I'm not very good at colour work. It's on my list of things to learn how to do. Maybe some children's wear, baby knits, that kind of thing. But we're taking baby steps with it. I just sit there and look at all the patterns on Ravelry, and I'm just amazed at how people can have a design and make it work across multiple sizes, and I just like textured stitches or whatever. It's magic. I don't know how they do it. But yes, so that's something I'm doing. Again, if people are interested in that, I can do a more in-depth video or a project vlog talking about it. But yes, that's what I'm doing. It's pretty much all I have to show you at the moment. A bit disappointing, I know, especially for my grand comeback to the internet. I suppose I could show you what I'm reading. Should we do a What's Liv reading section? Before I had my children, I used to read a lot, like a heck of a lot. I have a Bookstagram account that I made my first post on in what I feel like is about a year. But yeah, I used to read a lot, sort of like, I had weeks where I was getting through 8-10 books a week. Like, I really used to read. I was doing book reviews for publishers and all that fun stuff. And it is something, my dust jacket's gotten really beat up. It is something I want to get back into doing. But first I sort of want to get the enjoyment of reading back. I've always loved it, but when you haven't got the time to, or you're trying to read and you have to keep putting it down to go and get snacks or change a bum or wipe a nose or stop a fight, it just ruins the experience for me. But I did start a book club in my village. We meet monthly and we all choose a book together and we all read the same book, and it's great. And this one is actually the book from a couple of months ago that I never got to finish because it is a chunky beast. And this is Stephen King's Fairy Tale. It's quite different to Stephen King's other books in that it's not really a horror or a thriller. It's, yeah, a bit like a dark fairy tale, I suppose. I am, where am I? 256 pages in. The chapter layouts, I'm on chapter 15, section 8. So they sort of have, I don't know if you can see that, chapter 15, but then it's broken into sections, so 8. I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. It's great. I'm curious to see where it's going to go. But yes, really happy with it. Like I said, I'm hoping to get back into reading a bit more, so maybe I'll do a little What's Liv reading section in the video. Yeah, that's kind of everything. I'm hoping to get into a more regular pattern of filming podcast videos. I think Fridays might be the best bet for me, because my eldest is at nursery for the day. So it's just me and the little one who still naps. It's what she's meant to be doing now, but she's currently chatting away in her cot. So that I'm going to try and do weekly if I have any knitting content to show you. If not, it may be every other week. There may be a few sort of weekly vlog type videos as well. Just depends on what I have the time to do. Like, I would love to film over a weekend, but I work pretty much all weekend. I'm a bar manager at a members only club where I live. Don't particularly enjoy it, but there we are. I would much rather be making my money doing something creative and crafty. but alas, we cannot have it all. Yeah, so I'm working this evening and I'm working tomorrow night, and all day on Sunday. So lots going on. But yeah, it's been really nice to get back to filming a video. I'm sorry that it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. I haven't got lots of beautiful projects to show you, but I'm here. Effort was made. I turned up. We did the thing. I am now going to make a cup of tea and eat some food and try not to spiral about putting my face back on the internet from a dodgy angle with dodgy hair and no makeup on. So enjoy. I hope you all have a wonderful crafty week or weekend, depending on when you're watching this. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.